What it do? Bad Sound Crew. Hey man, listen, today I am having a very good day. Anthony Hernandez beat the brakes off Roman Fraudlidze. I got a huge decision win over Ode Osborne. And UFC 319 fight week is starting. So we finally get to see Dricus versus Hamzat, Jeff Neal versus Carlos Prates. Bunch of other great fights on this card. Aaron Picto's big debut against, the youngest prospect at featherweight, what's the guy's name? Lerone Murphy. And today, I'm giving you guys my bingo card predictions. Most of you have seen this series before, but if you haven't, we're going to be predicting things that will be happening on Embedded during, the fight week, at the media day, at the press conference, on the pay-per-view, and at the post-fight press conferences. All of this stuff usually comes true. If you know this series, you know these are hitting. So let's get into this, dude. First one to talk about Joe Rogan is already how the hell did this guy make 170? He's already preloading the how did Hamzat make 170? And I'm so mad at myself for the UFC 317 bingo card, which was a generational classic. I didn't even think of the how did Ilya make 145, but they did it. And so I feel like I can't miss this opportunity twice. I know they're going to bring this up with Hamzat Chimaev. It's inevitable, all right? Next one on the bingo card. Oh, this is another inevitable one. Dricus rage baits Hamzat at the press conference. I'm trying to put myself in the head of Dricus du Plessis and think about what type of rage bait bro is going to bring up, but I know Hamzat's going to slam the fucking microphone on. Oh, did I hit the nerve there, did I? Oh, calm down, bro. Calm down. We're going to fight on Saturday. Calm down, mate, okay? You don't need to jump across the cage and get angry, bro. You seem very, very upset, bro. Calm down, bro. We're going to fight on Saturday. I know Dricus is going to rage bait the fuck out of this guy. It's not hard to do to Hamzat, but I think he's going to come in with the little glasses trying to be calm, but I do think Dricus will be rage baiting him at the press conference at some point during that shit, all right? Next one we got, undefeated fighter loses. Now, there is only 2 undefeated fighters on the clock. I'm not going to say what undefeated fighter I think it is. I think it's Lerone Murphy. Okay, I think it's Lerone Murphy, bro. I think he's cooked, but we'll see. Maybe it's Lerone, maybe it's Hamzat. We're going to throw undefeated fighter losers on the bingo card. We'll see if this one pays off. Next up, we are going to be getting an unhinged Brian Battle post-fight promo. He's fighting Nursultan Ruziboyev. I think it's a dangerous matchup. I'm looking forward to kind of breaking it down a little bit more in detail when I do the full card predictions. But I feel like he's going to win that fight. Maybe I'll change my mind on it. I am a pretty goated fence sitter. But I feel like he's probably going to win that fight. And I feel like based on the fact that he had a close fight with Randy Brown, didn't really get to do an unhinged post-fight interview. He had the one in Paris. He had the argument with Ange Lusa. I think it's fair to say we're probably going to get a Brian Battle, unhinged post-fight monologue when he wins this fight. I could see it happening in the cage or on a full send interview or something like that. I'm going to say we get an unhinged Brian Battle post-fight promo. Next one that we got now, this one I'm confident in. I definitely think, because I used to do these videos and I am evolving. Okay, I am evolving, dude. I used to do these videos and I'd be like, bro, trust me, man. Ray Saruya versus Joshua Van, fight of the night. And then I've realized every single card, the UFC doesn't actually want to reward the prelim fighters for being super entertaining. They will give you a bonus if you get a finish, but they're not giving out fight of the night to the actual fight of the night on the prelims. It doesn't matter what you do on that prelim fight. If you're 2 unranked middleweights, you are not getting fight of the night bonuses. It's going to the main event or featured fight or co-main event. That's just what it is. It's going to someone on the main card. So I feel like if I have to straight up predict who will get fight of the night, I'm going to say it's Neal versus Prates, just being a straight stand-up fight. I think both of these guys have big knockout power. I'm really looking forward to this matchup. Neal is definitely able to outbox Carlos Prates, but I also feel like CP is going to be pretty dangerous with the knees to the body. I mean, we all love watching CP, and I feel like he's a very dangerous matchup for anyone at welterweight. So I think that has major potential to be fight of the night. I also think there's a sneaky pick there of Hamzat versus DDP being fight of the night, and I'll talk about that more in my full card predictions. I already made a video about Hamzat being kind of overlooked in terms of his cardio. So check that out if you haven't seen it. But I think one of those 2 fights will get fight of the night. Next one we got here, I'm going to say we get at least 2 nasty highlight reel KOs. I'm feeling like fucking Tim Elliott's getting colded. I'm seeing potentially MVP getting colded. I think definitely on the prelims, we're going to see Bobby Green potentially get colded. Like, I feel like we're going to get at least 2 highlight reel, out cold type knockouts. And you don't get that with a lot of cards these days. We had 3 in a row over the weekend. That was a really entertaining card. I wish I could have did a full video about it, but I was pretty busy. So I saw highlights of it and stuff like that. I went 10-2 on predictions. I'm fucking goated. But yeah, I think that carrying into this card, we're going to have a bit of momentum. And I think there are some matchups that lend themselves to it. To at least 2 fucking CTE Society masterclasses. Just, you know, people being sent to the fucking Shadow Realm. Next one that we've got here, and this is a new addition. This is a new addition to the bedtime lore, okay? I think Rogan is going to unleash fucking Mega Glaze on Aaron Pico, dude. I just know Joe Rogan loves Aaron Pico with all his heart. I just know Brendan Schaub is down there. Hey, listen, Bubba. Dude, Aaron Pico's got freaking nasty fucking hands, dude. I already know that Brendan Schaub has been glazing Aaron Pico to this guy for years. Hasn't seen a single Aaron Pico fight. You ask Brendan Schaub who Aaron Pico last beat. He doesn't. Just a lot of people, Bubba. A lot of fucking people. And I think that Joe Rogan is going to be in glaze overdrive of Aaron Pico going into the main card. This guy's a marauder. This guy's got nuclear options in the hands. All that, the classic Rogan glaze will be unleashed on Aaron Pico. Regardless if he wins or loses, I think that will be happening. So that one I'm pretty confident in. Next one that we got here, I'm going to say we get over 2.5 submit. I feel like that gif of the black guy kind of, you know, acting all wise and kind of, That's how I feel right now. I'm a fucking hardcore, dude. I watch Apex highlights, kid. Okay? I watched PFL Africa highlights. I looked them up. I'm a fucking hardcore. And my hardcore opinion on this card is we're going to get at least 3 submission wins on the card. And by the way, fuck you guys. Because last time I did a bingo card, I said over 2.5 and I said at least 2. And you guys are laughing at me. That's correct. Fuck you. I know that means 3 also, but I'm saying at least 2. Is that not correct? Fuck you, dude. I don't know why you guys all of a sudden have all this. And last video as well, I said Nurullah Aliyev is from Tajikistan. I don't even think he actually is. I think I just heard that somewhere. And you guys, all of a sudden, you guys are all fucking geography majors. Actually, that's in Asia, bro. That's not in Russia. Fuck you. I run an MMA YouTube channel. What is this fucking National Geographic? What is this fucking Sesame Street? I have to get my fucking numbers right. Fuck you, dude. But Back to the topic at hand. I think when you have Chase Hooper on the card, you have GM3, Diego Ferreira is pretty nasty with it. You know, Khamzat Chimaev. I think there is enough matchups on this card where we can get at least 3 submission wins on the pay-per-view, especially on the prelims. So I'm going to throw that one on the bedtime parlay. That one will be hitting, okay? And this next one will be hitting as well. Dricus is going to be cooking MVP at the press conference. Oh my fucking God. If MVP dares to speak the name of Dricus du Plessis, and I feel like he will. I feel like MVP is sneakily someone that gets in a lot of beef, and I think Khamzat's going to kind of avoid it at this point. I think Khamzat's going to just answer every question like, brother, I don't give a fuck, brother. I have to get the money, bro. I just want the belt, man. Don't give a fuck. He's a good fighter, you know, I have a good fight, but I want the fucking money, bro, and the belt, man. You know, I don't think Khamzat's really coming with the smoke at this press conference. I think Dricus is going to cook MVP. Bro, what about your dad, bro? Bro, do I have to bring up the charges that your dad, bro? Oh, bro, sit down on your side of the table, bro. You are a welterweight, bro. I will show you that you are a welterweight if you ever get in the cage with me, bro. I think Dricus is genuinely going to be cooking MVP at some point at this press conference. I feel like this is a sleeper pick, but when you really think about it, it's very, very likely that Dricus, he's got material. He's got to use it on somebody. I don't think Khamzat's going to come with the smoke. I think it's going to be MVP. Next one that we got here. Oh, bro, come on, dude. This one, this is like me putting on the bingo card. The sky is going to be blue tomorrow. Rogan and DC, the second that Khamzat gets any sort of like arm under the neck on Dricus, or he puts an arm around his head. Oh, that's tight. Oh my God, it's over. It's over. Dricus is going to tap. It's over. Oh, he got out of it. 110% that's happening. Am I wrong? I feel like these are the type of guys to go to a fucking jiu-jitsu tournament and just watch kids compete or some shit. That choke is tight. It's over. It's over. He's just going to tap. He's going to break his arm. And like anytime there's any sort of substance, I don't understand it at all. Am I allowed to say, I don't want this to sound like an armchair quarterback. I'm not a blob. I do train. How the fuck has Joe Rogan been training jiu-jitsu for so fucking long? And Daniel Cormier, 2-weight UFC champion, black belt in Brazilian jiu-jitsu. They see any sort of grip over the neck. Oh, that's over. It's over. He's going to tap. He's going to go to sleep. Hello? Are you fucking serious? Have you watched jiu-jitsu before? I don't get it, but I know they're going to do that shit, especially when Hamzat gets any sort of good position against DDP. They will be spamming that. Oh, he's going to break his arm. He's going to tap. Mark my words. Next one that we got here. Yeah, this is another fucking lock, dude. Dana White at these fucking press calls. You can literally ask him anything. He'll agree to it, and then it'll just never happen. Hey, Dana, back here. Obviously, Ilia Topuria just knocked out John Jones in his prime. Are we going to be going to Spain? What's the question? We going to Spain? Yeah, listen, we're looking at Spain right now. We're looking at Spain. Next Ilia fight is booked in fucking downtown Wisconsin. Garen fucking teed. Like I'm Charles Barkley, dude. Someone's going to ask Dana about UFC Africa. Would we go to Africa? Yeah, we'd love to go to Africa. It's not that we don't want to go. We want to fucking go everywhere. Okay, it's about the fucking infrastructure. That's really what it is. Yeah, when we can get that sorted out, we'll get it sorted out. Never going to fucking happen. Dana White will be putting Dricus du Plessis' next fight in Midtown of Iowa. So yeah, get ready for that. If you live in fucking Salt Lake City, Utah, you will be seeing Dricus du Plessis' next fight. That dude is not going to Africa. Mark my fucking words. All right. Next one on the bingo card. I'm very proud of this one. I think at the press conference we're gonna see some sort of stupid. Some bullshit, cringy, fucking Michael Jordan or Chicago Bulls related question. I don't know why. I just have a feeling some nerd is gonna be like, "Hey, Dricus, what does it mean to you be fighting in the same arena that Michael Jordan won 6 rings?" Like, even that is too coherent. They come up with like these virgin scripts written out of just like, Dricus, Michael Jordan, he did a legendary thing and won 6 championships in this building. What would it mean to you to get a win in this building and defend your title and join the legacy of champions that are in the banners above? Oh my God, can you not just see exactly what I fucking mean? These reporters, they come with some of the goofiest fucking questions, especially the American ones. I'm not trying to be biased, but maybe just because I've talked to like some of the Australian guys and the dude from Full Send as well. He's pretty cool. But fuck, man, some of these fucking questions these American dudes ask. What? How, bro? Can I please get a media part? That's what this is really about. But yeah, I'm almost certain someone's going to ask some sort of cringy Michael Jordan or Chicago Bulls related question at the press conference. And not to mention the classics like, what would it mean for you to win on Saturday? What does it mean to be in Chicago? All the classic questions. What does prepared mean? The Brett Okamoto special. Yeah, those guys are not helping the hype of this fight. All right. Next one that we've got here on the bingo card. This is a bedtime parlay prediction. This is part of the fight card. I'm going to say Lerone Murphy, brothers, getting dropped. We will be getting dropped by Aaron Pico. Now, Lerone Murphy, I fucking love this guy, dude. And I don't know if I'm going to pick him yet. I need to watch some footage, but I love Lerone Murphy because he is just literally Leon Edwards 2.0. He's boring as fuck. He has technically on paper a good win streak. But you look at the guys he's beat and how he beat them. It's like, really, dude? Like, guy is number 6. This guy is 1 win away from a title shot. I just feel like Lerone Murphy, he got bombed by fucking Dan Ige. I'm pretty sure he got bombed by Edson Barboza at some point. I don't know if he got boomed by Josh Emmett. But I think he will get boomed at some point by Aaron Pico. I don't know if that means he's going to lose, but I do think he will get dropped in this fight. I know that's a Fence City prediction, but let me just stick to the bingo card predictions. I'll give you the full fight breakdowns in a different video, all right? Prelims are majority finishes. This is every single fucking card now. Every single card now. Am I wrong? The prelims are like Pride 1997, like 2003 Prime Pride FC. Just straight violence, straight knockouts, people just getting sent to fucking Valhalla. Then you turn on the main, you're like, yo, this is dope. You go to the main card. Decision, submission, decision. I don't know what's with these UFC cards, but I'm almost willing. I'm not going to even shit on the main card. I'm just going to say the prelims will be majority finishes. I think this main card will be good, though. So I'm not going to include that in the prediction. I'm just going to say the prelims themselves will be really entertaining. There will be a lot of finishes. I think the main card has potential to be great as well, but I'm not going to throw it in this one, all right? What do we got? Oh, dude, this is a very specific little niche one. We're gonna get over 1.5 Hamzat. Woo! You know how Hamzat does that shit every single time he talks? I'm gonna say we get at least two. At least two big woos from Hamzat Chimaev. On the weigh-ins, I could see it happening. Press conference, post-fight. Yeah, this is a fucking lock, dude. I could cross that one off right now, all right? This next one I'm very proud of, okay? This next one I'm very, very proud of. When you look at this card, there is potential for a lot of Unk Masterclass. I'm going to say we only need one for this to hit. You got GM3. You got Bobby Green. You got Tim Elliott. You got MVP. You got Jared Cannonier. You got fucking Diego Ferreira. Some of these fights is almost guaranteed. There's so many unks on this card, and I fuck with it, dude. I think we're going to get at least one unk. And Edson Barbozo. Edson Barbozo's on the card. There's going to be at least one masterclass from one of these unks. I'm almost certain of it. Throw that one on the bingo card. That's a fucking lock. Next one, that's also a lock. Prates will be hurting Jeff Neal to the body. Again, this is not me saying Carlos. I'm not saying CP's going to finish Jeff Neal, bro. Okay. I'm just saying he's going to hurt him to the body at some point. Two totally different things, bro. I need to just do a whole video as Dricus, bro. But yeah, Prates, I do think he's going to hurt Jeff Neal to the body with a knee. I think it's going to be a competitive fight. Like, I'm not going to say he's going to finish him. Maybe he will. But I definitely think that at least we get 2 rounds of this fight. And I'm willing to bet he's going to hurt Jeff Neal at some point with a knee to the body. That's my prediction. Because Jeff Neal kind of has a chinny body. He's kind of like Anthony Hernandez, where he's a bit of a blockhead up top, but to the body, he's a little bit chinny. So I'm going to say, yeah, Prates hurts him to the body at some point, all right? Next one, this is also a very easy lock. I feel like I've really entered my, like, flow state making this bingo card. I feel like these ones are really going to hit. Dricus Evil laugh at the press conference. Come on. Come on, clap with me, dude. Clap with me. Ready? Let's go. We will be seeing a Dricus Evil laugh at the press conference, whether it's after he cooks MVP and he starts crying, whether fucking, you know, Hamzat crashes out and Dricus is like, oh, I hit a nerve there, did I? Oh, bro, you need to relax, bro. You need to calm down, bro. I'm not your cousin, bro. Calm down. Whatever Dricus does, he will be unleashing an evil laugh at the press conference. Yeah, this guy's a demon. This guy's a fucking demon on the mic. Look at this picture of him, dude. He's a demon, all right? Next one to talk about. Now, this has to do with... Oh, my God. I'm getting mad thinking about this guy. Okay? We know that the backup for this card was supposed to be Nasruddin Imavov. It should now be Anthony Hernandez, even though he just fought, like, today. And it's pretty unreasonable. I don't care. It's the principle of these things. And I think Anthony Hernandez is very, very deserving of a title shot or a title elimination bout. More deserving than fucking Kaya Baralho. Let's just say that. Because Kaya Baralho, this guy's going to Ian Gary Max. I think he's going to try and have some sort of interaction with Hamzat and DDP in Fight Week. I think he's going to try and insert himself into this shit. And I have a weird feeling people are not going to hate on him as much as they hate on Ian Gary for this shit. But I think Baralho is going to have some sort of run-in, especially with Hamzat Chimaev, because they trained together before, and he started these and this is another thing that I fucking hate about Kaya Baralho. Not only is he boring as fuck compared to the rest of the fighting nerds, not only do I think he does not deserve to be fighting Imavov whatsoever, and he talked his way into it, but this guy just yaps his fucking mouth on Twitter and makes up these rumors that Chimaev's retiring. He puts out a tweet that Ben Askren died. This guy genuinely pisses me off, and I think he will try and insert himself because he's a clip farmer, and he's riding off the fighting nerds like hype, even though he's a decision machine compared to the rest of them. I think he's going to have some sort of run-in with Hamzat Chimaev, and it's going to make my blood boil. I know that, okay? Throw that on the bingo card. That will be happening because, again, he's not even beating Imavov. So I think he's going to try and, like, angle his way into a big name so that even if he loses to Imavov, he can get a title shot if he beats somebody else, right? That's what I think is going to happen. Next prediction. We only got a couple left. We got 5 left, all right? And these are all having to do with the main event, the co-main event, and, you know, Dana White's big announcements of the card. I think we're going to get the UFC 321 fight card announced on pay-per-view. That's obviously the Tom Aspinall, Cyril Gahn card. I think we're going to get a full announcement of that because some of those fights have already started to be announced. And I think sometimes what the UFC does is they'll like announce these things, but then not everyone sees them. So they put them all together on pay-per-view. Like, hey, and we spin it forward to next month's pay-per-view of UFC 321 after the Las Vegas card, which is like the Abu Dhabi card. I think we will get that whole thing announced because we already know all of UFC 320. We know the main event of 321. I think we're going to get the rest of that card filled out in the announcement of this pay-per-view or at the post-fight press conference. That's what I'll say. Okay. Next one to talk about, co-main event related. I'm going to say Dana White will genuinely skip Movsar Evloev versus Volk if Pico wins. I really feel like if Aaron Pico wins this fight, walk with me here. He either KOs Lerone Murphy out cold, or he dominates him with the grappling. Like he will. If he wins, I think he will put on a really good performance. I think Aaron Pico is the real deal. I'm almost certain I'm gonna pick him. Like I do rate Aaron Pico. I feel like Dana White's gonna get what I love everything about this kid. We're looking to book Volk versus. I mean, who doesn't want to see this kid fight for the belt? Does anybody in here not want to see that kid fight for the belt right now? Tell me the last person Movsar Evloev did that to. It's not that I hate Evloev. This kid's a superstar. This kid's gonna be a fucking superstar. That's gonna be Dana White if Aaron Pico wins. I'm almost certain of this. Yeah, I feel like if Pico wins, Movsar Evloev, brother, you're fucking cooked, dude. You will be fighting Gene Silva next, 110%, or you will be fighting fucking, I don't even know, dude. Somebody like that, bro. You'll be fighting someone else. Not Volk, not a title fight, probably the co-main event of a fight night in the fucking Apex. Yeah, Evloev better be praying Lerone Murphy wins this shit, because Lerone Murphy's the only person more boring than Evloev in this fucking division, straight up, in that top 5. Like, if you had to choose between Evloev or Lerone Murphy for a title shot, you are all picking Evloev. That's just a fact. So, I think if Pico wins, Dana White's going to enter Glaze mode. He's going to enter Glaze flow state. He's going to skip Evloev. He's going to give Pico a title shot. They wanted to do it with Pitbull too, so I think Pico has a good chance of doing that. Next prediction, these last 3 all have to do with the main event. Dricus does something dumb in a scramble, ends up in a terrible spot. Come on, man. Dricus, I'm having like a That's So Raven kind of flash to the future. I'm seeing a spinning back fist ending up with a back taken. I'm seeing a potential, jumping a guillotine ending up on bottom, like something like that. I'm seeing some really goofy shit from Dricus and he ends up on bottom. I mean, this is what he does when he fights grapplers, and I think that Khamzat Chimaev, people have kind of overlooked how dangerous he actually is, how good he actually is. I feel like there's going to be a couple of moments in this fight where he really does ragdoll Dricus du Plessis. Even if he doesn't win, I think he's going to have moments where he ragdolls DDP and really out-grapples him in this fight. So I think that there's going to be some moments where DDP tries to get a bit wild and it ends up him getting taken down, ends up in a bad spot. But yeah, I'm really excited to see the scrambles. I do think DDP has a nasty guillotine and he does have that physicality to kind of get back up, but I do think he's going to throw some like spinning shit and get caught or something like that. I think that's a pretty solid prediction. I will probably be picking Khamzat. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to drop the full video this week and maybe I change my mind, but I feel like Khamzat's going to win. He's going to call out Strickland because he's a casual. Why are all the best fighters casual? Like, I just know Khamzat's not going to get on the thing. Like, can you really picture Khamzat being like, brother, I think I'm going to fight with Hernandez, brother, or I'm going to fight with the Ritter, bro, or Imevo, bro. I think he's literally going to, hey, bro, I'm going to kill Sean Strickland, bro. I'm going to kill this guy, brother. 100%, brother. We're going to smash this guy, brother. 110% he's going to call out Sean Strickland because he hates him. And I think that he will genuinely try and cockroach Strickland into a title shot or Adesanya. One of those two. Mark my words. If Khamzat Chimaev becomes the champion, clip this part. If Khamzat Chimaev becomes the champion, this is like Gaethje. I'm like certain that they will do this. Strickland or Adesanya, if they win one fight, they will be getting a title shot against Khamzat Chimaev. If they win one fight, you're not hearing me, bro. Hear me, bro. Listen to me, bro. If Adesanya or Strickland wins one singular fight, they will be getting a title shot against Chimaev because it's such a big deal. Because it would sell pay-per-views. 110 fucking %, dude. And I think Khamzat's going to call out Strickland because he doesn't like him. So I could really see that happening. Maybe he calls out Paulo Costa. That'd be kind of lit, dude. I wouldn't be mad at that. All right. Final prediction. DDP does attempt a takedown or a submission on Khamzat. We know this, bro. I'm really certain DDP is going to shoot a takedown at some point. I'm willing to fucking put it on this video and bet on it, dude. I'm pretty sure he's going to shoot a takedown at some point. He's going to jump a ghillie at some point. He's going to attempt a submission to counter a takedown of Chimaev. I definitely think that's part of the game plan. So I'm really looking forward to this fight week. These are my bingo card predictions. Like I said, subscribe if you're not already, because I will be doing the full card predictions, picking everybody for the card later this week. I'm also going to do a video about the most to least deserving title challenges coming up in the UFC, because Anthony Hernandez deserves some glazing, you know, and there's some other divisions that we really have to kind of say, out of all of these three options, who deserves the title shot the most, who deserves it the least. We're going to do all that type of stuff this week, and I'm also going to be bringing back tier lists. I've got a banger tier list in the works, so stay tuned for all of that stuff. Drop a like if you enjoyed the video. Go follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Bedtime MMA, and I will see you guys in the next video, man. Goodbye.